Welcome students in online classes of Divine Public School. In this video, a chapter of class 12th English textbook Vistas. Second chapter, The Tiger King, written by Kalki. At first, students, introduction. The Tiger King is a satire on the conceit of those in power. The story is a good mix of the supernatural, human, and irony. The Tiger King has been magical from his birth. His arrogance takes him on a path of destruction of the tiger population. And now, students, summary of the story. The Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram is the hero of this story. He also came to be known as Tiger King. As soon as he was born, astrologers or the others foretold that one day the Tiger King would actually have to die. A great miracle took place. The 10-day-old Jilani Jang Bahadur spoke very clearly. He told them that all those who were born would have to die one day. There was nothing new in that. There would be some sense if anyone could tell him the manner of his death. Everyone stood stunned. An infant born just 10 days ago was talking in such a manner. The chief astrologer told the prince that he was born in the hour of the bull. The bull and the tiger were enemies. Therefore, his death would come from the tiger. When the crown prince came of age at 20, his estate came into his hands. There were innumerable forests in the Pratibandhapuram state. They had tigers in them. The Maharaja started out on a tiger hunt. The Maharaja was overjoyed when he killed his first tiger. He sent for the state astrologer and showed him the dead beast. The astrologer told that the Maharaja would have to kill 99 more. He must be very careful with the 100th tiger. The king asked what would happen if the 100th tiger was also killed. The astrologer declared that he would tear up all his books on astrology and set fire to them. The state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. If anyone dared to disobey, all his wealth and property would be confiscated. The king did face some problems. Sometimes the bullet missed its mark. Once a tiger jumped upon him and he fought the beast with his bare hands. Once a high-ranking British officer wished to hunt tigers in Pratibandhapuram, but he was refused permission. He could hunt other animals except tigers. The Maharaja stood in danger of losing his kingdom itself. The Maharaja and the Diwan held deliberations over this issue. About 50 expensive diamond rings of different designs were sent to the British officer's good lady. The king and the minister expected her to choose one or two rings and send the rest back, but she kept all of them and sent a letter of thanks. The Maharaja was happy that though he had lost 3 lakhs of rupees, he had managed to retain his kingdom. The Maharaja's tiger hunt continued to be highly successful. Within 10 years, he had killed 70 tigers. The king's mission of killing tigers came to a halt. The tiger population became extinct in the forest of Pratibandhapuram. The king decided to marry in the royal family of some state that had a large tiger population. The Diwan found out the right girl. The king married with that girl. Maharaja Jang Bahadur killed 5 or 6 tigers each time he visited his father-in-law's house. In this way, 99 tigers' skins adorned the walls of the reception hall in the Pratibandhapuram palace. There remained just one tiger to be killed to reach the figure of 100. If he could kill just one more tiger, the Maharaja would have no fears left. He could give up tiger hunting altogether. He had to be very careful with the last tiger, but the tiger farms had now run dry even in his father-in-law's kingdom. It became impossible to locate tigers anywhere. The Maharaja became too sad. Thus, Diwan realized that if the Maharaja did not find the tiger soon, the results could be quite dangerous. A tiger was brought from the People's Park in Chennai. It was brought straight to the forest where the Maharaja was hunting. The Maharaja took a careful aim, and the tiger fell in a heap. The Maharaja became elated at killing the 100th tiger. After he had left, the hunters took a closer look at the tiger. The tiger was not dead. They decided that the Maharaja must not know that he had missed the target. So, one of the hunters killed the tiger. स्टूडेंट ध्यान रखिएगा, 100वां जो टाइगर है वो राजा के द्वारा नहीं मारा गया, बल्कि एक हंटर्स के द्वारा मारा गया जो राजा के साथ था, और राजा के जाने के बाद उसने टाइगर को मारा है. The dead tiger was taken in procession through the town and buried. A few days later, the Maharaja's son's third birthday was celebrated. The Maharaja brought a wooden tiger from a shop as a special gift on his birthday. On that day, father and son played with the wooden toy tiger. Its surface was rough. One of those needle-like slivers pierced the Maharaja's right hand. The next day, infection flared in the Maharaja's right hand. In 4 days, it developed into a sore, emitting pus. It spread all over his arm. 3 famous surgeons were brought in from Madras. After holding a consultation, they decided to operate. The operation was successful, but the Maharaja died. In this manner, the 100th tiger took its final revenge upon the Tiger King, although it was made of wooden. Tiger killed him. Students, in the end of this video, homework, you have to prepare summary of the chapter, complete summary of the chapter, students.